What is up, XRP community? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're having a great day. A few non-XRP stories before I get into the XRP stuff. We have a massive event today related to Coinbase, and then a lot of great stuff about XRP. This was an interesting article. Coinbase executive uses ChatGPT. This is the artificial intelligence chatbot jailbreak to get wild odds on crypto scenarios. Basically is asking, like, what are the percent chances that Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, doesn't mention XRP, will fade to irrelevancy. And he says there's a 15% chance Bitcoin will fade to irrelevancy, 20% chance on Ether, 35 and 45% on Dogecoin and Litecoin. And then he just asks, and ChatGPT usually doesn't predict stuff like this. I'm not sure how he made this jailbreak, but he also asks things like birds aren't real. Donald Trump will be regarded as one of the best presidents of the 21st century. 85% confidence. Vladimir Putin will pass away before the year 2030. 65% likely true. This ChatGPT software can pass the bar exam. That's how the exam to become a lawyer. It can pass the exam to become a doctor. This thing is super intelligent. So it's kind of eerie to see these predictions. And speaking of artificial intelligence, the godfather of artificial intelligence has resigned from Google. We've been seeing Elon Musk and Bill Gates with differing opinions on artificial intelligence. He says in the New York Times today, Cade Metz implies that I left Google so I could criticize Google. Actually, I left so that I could talk about the dangers of artificial intelligence without considering how this impacts Google. Google's acted very responsibly. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about artificial intelligence. Do you guys think it's it's obviously an immense tool, but do you think we are understating the dangers of it? And this was breaking news just like an hour ago. I tweeted it out. If you guys do use Twitter, give me a follow on Twitter. I have it in the video description below. Coinbase stepping out of the US with an international exchange. And this is because the lack of regulatory clarity in the US. Not only the lack of regulatory clarity, but they are being sued by the SEC. Okay? The US's largest crypto exchange announced the launch of Coinbase International, enabling professional investors ex-US to trade crypto derivatives, starting with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and perpetual futures. As more and more markets are moving forward with regulatory frameworks to become crypto hubs, we believe that the moment is right to launch this international exchange. And of course it is. They're under immense scrutiny right now. The USA is being led by Gary Gensler, and we all know how that is going. But it's good to see headlines like this. 2 hours ago, the British Member of Parliament, Lisa Cameron, she's not invested in crypto, but she advocates for regulation. Speaking to Cointelegraph at Consensus 2023 in Austin, Texas, she said that she first started advocating for crypto-related policies in the UK government following one of her constituents being a victim of a rug pull. You're not in crypto if you've never been rugged. Since then, the lawmaker has gone on to chair on the country's crypto and digital asset group and work with the Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, who aims to make the UK a global hub for crypto asset technology. This is the kind of regulation and the kind of personality we want from our leaders. You don't want to regulate innovation out of your country. It makes no sense. And I want to play this video right here. I've played it before, but it's been a while. And yeah, little shameless plug. I do have a TikTok if you guys use the app. It's pretty trash, but you can find my TikTok with a K, Crypto2103. Take a listen.
The creators of XRP decided there'd be 100 billion units because they saw it as rather than having a smaller number with a very high price, they saw it as something they wanted to be effectively a global reserve currency.
Now, it doesn't mean that XRP will literally be a global reserve currency. I think the dollar is here to stay for the foreseeable future. However, he says effectively a global reserve currency. So basically a global reserve currency. We see China, Japan, UK, South Africa, all these major countries are starting their CBDC programs. And not just currencies are being digitized. Everything's being digitized, right? That's just part of the technological. So it's pretty bullish stuff when you have the head of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, talking about the goal, the inception of XRP was to be a sort of world reserve currency. And look what JP Morgan has to say about Ripple in this lawsuit. If Ripple wins the lawsuit, XRP is poised for significant adoption. JP Morgan, they just bought First Republic Bank. First Republic Bank is the second largest bank failure in American history. JP Morgan is even more powerful now. They have 2.4 trillion out of the total 17 trillion of deposits in the country. And we've also heard that Bank of America, they are on the sidelines waiting to use XRP. These big banks have hundreds of lawyers, and they cannot use XRP until there is regulatory clarity. Speaking of XRP, if you need an exchange to get XRP or digital assets, I recommend Uphold. It's sleek, it's simple, it's secure, and it's where I buy and dollar cost my XRP and Flare every single day. A link to Uphold in the video description below. And there's this unconfirmed source talking about Ripple and SEC to hold an undisclosed meeting on May 8th. I talked about this yesterday. John Deaton says this is not how a settlement happens. First, I believe the only time a settlement occurs is after a ruling by Judge Torres. And that only happens if Ripple gets a big victory. So Gensler could save face and get a political win via settlement. Sorry, not going to happen. And if you guys do enjoy my content, you never know what can happen to YouTube channels. I recommend that you follow me on Rumble. It's a censorship-free platform. It's also in the video description below. Great platform, not as big as YouTube, but if you enjoy my content, check that out. 50% of the market in India is either integrated onto Ripple or in the pipeline to be signed. Plus Wells Fargo. There's not a better way to send into India than Ripple. And this is a manager at Ripple saying, so now in our pipeline, we have probably 50% of the market in India. India is over 10% of the world's population, over 1 billion people. We have 50% of the market in India either integrated onto Ripple or in the deal, in the pipeline to be signed. And guess what? We are going to take that back to Wells Fargo and say, there's not a better way to send into India than via Ripple. May 2023 article on Swift bridging digital islands mentions Ripple using a mix of open source development blockchain technology and standardized ISO 222 messaging for international CBDC payments. Plus, Ripple is working with the EU digital euro. And he links this article from today. Swift works to bridge digital islands of CBDCs. Other firms are also looking to enable international CBDC payments. Ripple is using a mix of open source, development, blockchain technology, and standardized messaging using the same ISO 222 standard as Swift and other organizations. Ripple is working with Montenegro to make a CBDC and with other projects such as the European Union's potential digital euro. In my last video, I talked about the International Monetary Fund chief mentioned about 2 days ago that there's over 100 CBDCs currently in development. It's obviously the future, and Ripple is poised in a great position to be a bridge currency and create interoperability and frictionless payments between all these entities. If you guys made it to the end of the video, comment European Union in the comment section below. When you watch the full video, it really supports the channel. So comment European Union so I know all my loyal followers. Really do appreciate you guys on the channel, all the new subscribers, all the likes on the videos. Without you guys, this channel is nothing. So I love you for supporting it. God bless you guys. Take care of yourselves. Until next time.